Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Gary B. Can I borrow some money? Yes, I just asked you, can I borrow some money? Have you heard that question before, y'all? What do y'all do? Do y'all give in and lend it? Do you work out the terms and see if it's going to get paid back or not? Well, this is your boy Gary B from Mentally Financial. I want to say thank you for coming to the show today. We're going to be talking about that particular item, borrowing money from someone. Yes, in my mind, it's part of money management and it's part of financial stress. So I want you to get something to drink. I want you to sit back, get you something to snack on, and that's going to be today's topic. This your boy Gary B. I'll be back in a minute. Peace. This is Mentally Financial. I'm your host, Gary B. Just sit back and let's get into this episode. Peace. Welcome back to the show, everybody. This your boy Gary B. Like I said, hey, you are checking out Mentally Financial, the show that we talk about things to help you deal with financial stress and build your money management skills. So the reason why I brought up the subject today of borrowing money, I just wanted to get people's feelings and their ideas, of what it means. And I'm not talking about the borrowing money where you go get a loan or the borrowing money where you pretty much using a credit card, because that's borrowing money too. But no, I want to talk about the borrowing money from people, okay? Because I already broke it down. If you heard any of my last videos, this is the year of no for me. But I gave in to a family member to try to help them out and go from there. Now, all I said, in my terms, all it was, hey, if I give you the money today, I want my money back today. Or at least I want it back by tomorrow or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want one of those situations where, hey, I'll pay you back in a week, or I'll pay you back in a month, or I'll pay you back in a year. And then again, that's based off depending on how much money it is. But anyway, how do y'all really feel about someone borrowing money from you? Because to me, I'm like, I worked hard for my money, or have you got it? Some people don't work hard, but they get the money. But when you give it to someone else and they did not work hard for it, and then they feel like they're entitled to get this money and pay it back almost in their mind when they want to. Now remember, they're going to tell you what you want to hear when they're trying to get the money. I call that jailhouse mentality. When a person goes to jail, they will say anything and everything good to try to get out of the situation. You see what I'm saying? They know they need to be bonded out, or they might be sitting in there for a while. They want you to make calls for them. They want you to do this and that. So I always equate it to the jailhouse mentality, because when you're in jail, you'll say anything to get out. Okay? So that's how I look at the borrowing mentality. It ain't yours from day one, but you're trying to get it. So yes, you're going to tell me everything that you need to tell me to try to get that money into your pocket. Now, if I'm going to give you the money, that's cool. But if you're going to tell me that you're going to do this and this and this and this, I expect you to do it. I don't want to hear that I got to pay my rent first, or I got to pay my car note, or I got to give this person this. No, that ain't what the terms was. The terms of the agreement was, if I gave you this money, you're going to pay me back. I don't care who else you owe. I don't care what else you got to do with the money. You got to pay me. So I want y'all to tell me y'all thoughts on that. What is it that y'all see? Do y'all think that a person should have as much time as they need to pay you back? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's also based off of the circumstances and the situation and the amount of money. So I'm not ignorant to that, okay? I'm not saying that y'all gave somebody $50,000 and they're supposed to pay you back tomorrow $50,000 if they ain't got that kind of money like that. No, I'm talking about even money for even exchange type of deals. You know what I'm saying? $200 or $400, and they make that kind of money at their job. They should be able to pay you back on time, or whatever the case may be. So I want y'all's opinions. I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all do when you're in that situation? Okay, y'all. Now, also, am I wrong for putting stipulations on my money, on your money? You know what I'm saying? Are we wrong for putting stipulations on the money that we're giving them? Some people even go as far as say what you need it for. Okay, I'm not even going to get into that portion of it, because really ain't none of our business. Because if you're going to give it to them, they might tell you they're going to use it to pay this and pay Paul and John, and then they use it for something else. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know unless we pay it ourselves for them. Now, that's another caveat. Do you just pay the money for them to make sure that it's going in the direction that they said it's going? Or do you just trust their word and give it to them and let them do what they do? I want to know about that too, y'all. But the reason why I'm bringing this up today is I heard a young man say he wished he had rich friends. And it was just a general statement. So it wasn't really at anybody or to anyone. It was just a conversation, and that came up. Now, in my mind, I had to ask the question, what do you mean by rich friends? And why? He goes on to say, because I'll be able to borrow money to get the things that I need. Now, to me, that sounds delusional. You're only using your rich friends because you might be able to get money from them to get something that you want. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, and he sounded serious in my mind, the way he was talking. He sounded serious. So I was like, well, what about those rich friends? I mean, you only chose them because they got money. Why can't you get the same kind of money they got? Because to me, the type of people you hang with are the type of people that's going to help you come up or go down. You hang with criminals, 9 times out of 10, something bad might happen. If you hang with rich people or people that got money or people good with money, you might do better. Now, there's no 100% guarantees, nothing in life. But you choose your crowds the right way, things could possibly go in whatever direction that you're going in. So I was like, well, wow, bro. I wouldn't want to be your, rich friend, because now you a leech. In my mind, you a leech, because now, okay, you borrowed once. I'm cool with it, maybe. I'll work with you. But if you keep coming back and coming back and coming back, I'm like, bruh, you're not my child. You know what I'm saying? And you're leeching off of me. You only here because I got money, it seems like. So those are the kind of things I want y'all to give me feedback on. And the reason why I think this is financial stress and falls under money management is because some of us try to go above and beyond. I don't want to use the word to be light, but at the same time, because you want to be helpful. If you have a big heart and got money, man, that's one of the worst things to have sometimes, because you'll go broke and everybody else out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Off of your money. You know what I'm saying? So don't have that big heart to the point where if you give somebody something and it's actually something that you cannot give, that's number one. If you can't give it, don't give it. I know you might trust that person and they tell you they give it back, to you before you need to use it. Yeah, but remember, this life, things happen. I want to use another word, but I'm on my podcast. So things happen. So don't give away something that you know you might not get back when they say they're going to give it to you. Okay, y'all? So if you can tolerate that, then fine, go with it. But I want to say to you this, the other part of money management, if you think giving someone that money is going to hurt your balances and how the things that you're trying to build in your program, putting that money to the emergency fund and putting it here and putting it there, don't do it. Make this the year of no. If a person gets mad at you because of your own money, they was never your family or your friend anyway, So I'm just not trying to rant, but I just wanted to get people's opinion on that, because and this is a 20-something-year-old person that made that comment. So I was like, borrowing money when you should have your money straight. Are you not doing what you're supposed to do with your money? You know what I'm saying? Because if you have to borrow money from somebody, then that means something on your side went wrong. And you might need to work on some things, okay? So with that being said, let's put some stuff in perspective, y'all. This is 2023. Like I said, money management is a big thing to me. Financial stress is a big thing to me, because a lot of us have to deal with it, and it's getting bad, y'all. So let's work on those things. Let's work on doing what's good for you. Let's work on making things happen for you, okay? But if you want to lend money, lend it. Only if you know you can get it back and things will work out for you. That's all I'm saying to you, y'all. Now, like I said, I always like to keep my money management at about 10 minutes or below. So I'm going to make this real quick. Do what you do. Love yourself. Work your plan and make things happen, okay? This your boy, Gary B. Hey, thank you for coming to check out Mentally Financial. Let's work on that money management. And hey, like I always tell you, I do the research. You just got to follow. Hey, follow me on all your favorite podcast networks or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm your boy, Gary B. Until the next episode. Peace.